Hello everybody. Second job of the day. First job was a fairly easy commercial job that we do on a regular basis. This is a rental property, as you might imagine. And I'm going to see what I can do with VLM on this. Got the truck mount, so I just thought I'd document what you can do now. I'm going to pre-treat this with what I've got left over from the commercial job, but it's a neutral, closer to neutral in its pH. So when I come in, I'm going to whip out the Angry Lemon and the peroxide, or Go Oxy, and have at it. I suspect I'm going to do quite a few scrubbing passes before I get to the extraction pass. Sorry, I got a phone call there. And I'll come back with results. I don't know if I'm going to do any video or not on this at this moment, but if I do, then you'll see it with the video. I'll include it in time lapse or something. But okay, my goal is to be VLM by 2025, exclusively VLM. So got to practice on something, right? Okay, guys, we're coming back. This is the after. This was the worst room, and you can still see some shadowing there. But you can pull that fabric one way. So some of that's wear. See if I can demonstrate with the camera. You may notice it's getting a little lighter, but it's clearly worn there. But this was the worst room, and I'm still going to work on this a little more. Hallway has been spontaneously hit with the pads that I'm using in these rooms. This is all before grooming. I'm going to come back and groom it and show you that, and we'll get a look at the pads, because I really pulled some dirt out of this thing. But I'm pretty impressed and believe that I can make it work with this method. So I look forward to selling the truck mount and going VLM completely by next year. All right, we'll be back in a few with a look at it groomed. All right, guys, this is after grooming. That area there is showing it really good on the camera, but that's just shading. Nowhere near that. This here either is not as obvious as it is on the camera. But this is the end result. And I know for certain, because I cleaned this almost exactly in the same condition, or pretty close. So here was the worst room. It was really dark up there, and it had a ring. It looked like rust or whatever. It turned out to come out. It came out just fine with the pre-sprays. And then that's the area that had the really, really black area. There is some obvious signs of wear or shading due to abrasion. But I think, given what I started with, this is a great job for VLM. And now I'm going to talk just briefly about what I used. Did not have Angry Lemon on the truck like I thought, so I went with Citrus Fire. Fire Citrus. Anyway, these are the bonnets. This area here is a clean one, so you can see maybe you can see the difference. Shade trees are in that way. Maybe you can see the difference in that. It's pretty filthy. This one you can really tell. And that was just out of the hallway, and that was like the third pad going over it. And then this one versus that one, you can see. These don't really show dirt that bad, but you can tell that they're not as perky blue as they were. Alrighty, so we featured Citrus Dragon. I used my Ryobi sprayer. I went with my Eco Light today. Probably my favorite machine. Trinity's next second, but Trinity squeaks a lot, and I have to go back and tighten it up a lot. Okay, so yeah, Dragon Citrus. Excuse me, I said Citrus Fire. Dragon Citrus is what I used today. I said that I was going to touch it up with a little bit of the leftover pre-spray, and I had some of this left over from a commercial job that was still in my container, maybe less than what you see in that container now. So what would I have done differently? Well, if I were totally VLM now and didn't have the truck mount in there and I could have everything I own on the truck for VLM, I would have put a CRB on this as part of the prep, for sure. I would have used Angry Lemon, although I gotta say, Citrus Dragon really, or Dragon Citrus really surprised me. This is the light that I showed it to you in the beginning when I first came in the house. Okay, I don't want to make this a super long video. That's why I didn't film the cleaning. But it took longer than 45 minutes, but I don't have the cost of repair and maintenance on a truck mounted on this either. No oil changes, no tune-ups, no blower oil changes, no high pressure pump oil changes, no sensor going down. The worst thing that happens to this so far to me is I've had to replace the bearing once in 4 years of owning it, and that was shipping and handling maybe $100 or less than $100 and 20 minutes of my time, only because I'm kind of slow. I'm not a mechanic. All right, guys, I appreciate you watching, and I hope everyone that's a cleaner that's watching is busy this season. You guys have a good one.